welcome. My name's Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic. This is the weekly forecast. I'm coming to you from Winton in Queensland. This is me winding up my trip, latest trip around Australia, back in Queensland. We've nearly done a lap, so there you go. Unintentional, but there you go. So I am in the caravan park, so there might be some signs of life, but I'm going to bring you daily guidance for the week ahead. I'm going to choose 7 cards, one for each day of the week, give an interpretation or my insight or intuition about that card using my psychic ability, and just see what the energy ahead of the week is. And at the end of the 7 days, I'll give you a weekly roundup about what I think the whole energy of the week is. So welcome. Let's begin. So the first card is for Monday, the 8th of May 2023. So this is for Monday, the 8th of May 2023. I'm going to choose a card. So Monday we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords represents, I want to say, duality, right? This is a message coming through from the Spirit. So regardless of what the tarot card means as well, I'm getting the messages as we go. So the message here is about duality. The Knight of Swords, I keep getting duality. Let's have a look at that. So there is, on Monday, there will be, I guess, not confusion, but there'll be consideration to be made around how we are going to view what's in front of us. We're going to look at, it's not going to be a trick, but we're going to need discernment to decide what something means for us today on Monday. And so the Knight of Swords in this instance requires discernment. So the duality comes in, information's coming in, or something's coming for for us to determine what is best for us, and there's going to be a duality around it. So real discernment, real looking at what is actually here and what is actually best for us, rather than what's easy. I guess that's the message for this one here. But it requires when the Knight of Swords turns up, it comes in quick. It's a quick turnaround, and it means like action. Knights are always about action and moving forward. So there'll be, I get this also feeling where things have been stuck. It's going to free something up. So how we see something, what the decision we make around it, make sure that it's best for ourselves, and not to be deceived, or it's sometimes something's easy or something's best, and this is just asking to look for what's best rather than what's easy. So it goes back on the deck. So now we're going to have a look at for Tuesday the 9th of May 2023. Choose another card. What's the energy for Tuesday? Ooh, this one popped up last week. 7 of Pentacles. So 7s, of course, represent choice. The 7 of Pentacles is a choice. Again, it's the choice about what's best and what's easy. So again, this is about the action that we take. This is about the actually stepping into that decision-making process. So Monday we discerned it. Tuesday we're actually making a choice and deciding which path we're going to take. I always like to say that one path is not always better than the other. So don't worry if you can't make a decision, or don't get sort of caught up in the details if you can't if your head's getting in the road about how to move forward. Making a decision without shutting yourself down is better than doing nothing at all. That's what these cards are saying. Making a decision is better than doing nothing. Everything, I promise you, things do work out in the end, and however we choose to move forward is always best for us. So there's never a wrong decision or incorrect decision. we always get to where we're meant to be. Okay, so that's for Tuesday. Now let's have a look for Wednesday, May the 10th, 2023. How is this week unfolding? Very interesting so far, a lot about choice. Okay, so we have this card here. I love this card, the Fool. All right, the Fool again is this is like a very forward-moving week. It's not a slow-moving stepping into something. Whatever's happened leading up to this week and these couple of days, something shifted. There is no more nothing else in the road at the moment. Like up until Wednesday, stopping us from actually taking action, stepping into our future and moving forward. So the Fool represents new beginnings. The Fool is 0. The Fool is the number 0 in the major arcana. I love the Fool, not because it means, oh, new beginnings, blah, blah, blah. It's because for me, it represents a void. It is a non-event. In other words, we have a blank slate. You have a blank slate, I have a blank slate. So Wednesday means that however, and it's just like I said to you about Tuesday, however we choose to move forward, it is a blank slate. So all from Monday and Tuesday, the decision that we're making and how we move forward on Wednesday means that we have the power to make that Wednesday decision, that Wednesday movement our own. There is no out there or other thing going to come down and crush us for the decision or the choice that we make or the direction that we go in. The Fool says we have agency. So in other words, it's whatever choice you make is going to be the right choice, and we are stepping into a place where everything is possible and nothing is possible. So again, I want to just remind you that even making no choice is okay as well. But there's something, that little message in the back of my head saying, don't let it be a non-choice. Please, step into it. So there's something about the messaging around, do it, give it a go. Don't worry about whether it's right or wrong. It's always right, no matter what. It's all life. Okay, so now we're going to have a look at Thursday, May the 11th, 2023. Here we go. That's why I like to put the cards back in. Okay, I put the card back in. I shuffled. I chose from the middle of the deck. Here we have it. We have the Fool has turned up again for Thursday, May the 11th. So it's a continuation of the message from Wednesday, that the choice we're making is the right choice. But let me just tune in, because obviously there's more information. Wednesday and Thursday are a continuation or following from each other. Let's really have a good look at the Fool here. The Fool is looking up. The Fool is fresh. There is nothing, no messaging that I'm getting about the Fool here that is giving me any concerns that Thursday is going to be, it feels like Thursday is going to be a great day. I love it for the arm up and the leg up. In other words, it's Thursday, whatever choice we make Wednesday or whatever decisions we're making for this week, we are moving up. We are not crashing. We're not crashing and burning. We're not making decisions that are causing us to fall down. And again, the Fool is fresh energy. The Fool is, as I said, new beginnings. The Fool is everything and nothing. It is a great space to create our own reality, create our own destiny. So the Fool is coming up Wednesday and Thursday because the power of the Fool is you're like we're able to channel the power of the Fool into that next step. So yeah, I might actually yeah, I'll give some more strong information about the Fool. I really think there's more information coming through, and I'd like to add some extra details to it. So in the blurb, I'll put some extra stuff up. All right, so this is for Friday, May the 12th. Page of Swords. Okay, so here we have, the pages are often, I want to say confusion, but it's not really confusion. So the page is a lot of busy work. Be mindful that we want to get going. We're going to make those choices. We have the whole of our world in front of us. We have agency of how we want to move forward. So the page is going to bring a little bit of confusion in, a little bit of kerfuffle in. However, all that means is that it stirs up a lot of dust, and it's almost like scrambling around saying, right, I want to get this done, I want to do this right. Actually, that's the theme, right? There's a theme here about wanting to get it absolutely right. The page comes in to cloud things a little bit so that we get rid of that confusion and kerfuffle. In other words, we must experience the confusion and the kerfuffle in order to release it and let it go. So again, it's about getting caught up in the mind and how the mind wants to confuse things. I want to get this right, I want to get this right. So the page comes in to help us clear the air by confusing the air. So in other words, we are going to get ourselves a little bit worked up to think, you know what, at the end of that day, at the end of that energy, we're going to say, but you know what, I just want to do the right thing for me. And so we will do that. We will make those right choices for ourselves. So now we're looking at Saturday, May, did I say that right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, May the 13th. So Saturday, so this is for Saturday, May the 13th. Oh, God, look. I get so caught up in the cards. Right. All right. Saturday, May the 13th, what are we going to have? Oh my God. I kid you not. Got the Fool again. I love it. All right, that's why I put the cards back in the deck. So back on track on Saturday. After the kerfuffle of the page, we are back on track. So, my friends, I'm saying to you, the Fool has turned up 3 times in this spread. It is time. This is like, it's such a strong message to say it is time to do things our way. So Saturday is a confirmation or affirmation of the confusion of Friday, to say, oh, you know, the mind goes, blah, blah, blah. They're back on track on Saturday. We are in charge of our future, and the Fool has turned up on Wednesday and Thursday and Saturday to say it is time for us. And not, again, I'm not going to say to you that it's like everything happens for a reason, all that sort of stuff. No, we are taking charge. That's why the Fool's energy is in the mix and in the play. So Saturday is a real getting back down to tin tacks, getting back down and saying, this is what I want. So we are cementing, we are concreting, we are making strong and certain in ourselves that this is right for us. So Saturday is bringing it all together. The Fool is back in play, and that new beginning and that fresh start and our own agency is quite strong. So now we have Sunday, May the 14th, 4 of Pentacles. Look at the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles is a card, a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of holding things back. But let me have a look. I would like to have a look at it just to this. Look at his eyes. I want to say look at his eyes, if you can see that really, really well. So I don't want to say that there's jealousy here, but I want to say that there has been a theme of this week about, not getting too caught up in how things should be. So expect Sunday, just because it's the end of the week, and it doesn't mean to say it's the end of the story, and we'll see the continuation on Monday about how things play out. But expect on Sunday, May the 14th, for a bit of a halt or a stop, a standstill, because we are standing strong in our own energy, we are standing strong in our own power, and we are going to sort of hit a bit of a brick wall on Sunday, as I can't do this, everyone else is doing this better than me. So expect that sort of self-sabotage to start kicking in and saying, not to shut it down, but to, it's helpful, but it's also be mindful that we are going to be of a mind. It's a critical time because we are taking charge of our own destiny, because the Fool is in play. The Four of Pentacles must come into play to say, can I do this? Everyone else is doing this better than me. When that happens, when that self-sabotage happens and kicks in, we have a choice about how we're going to move forward. Do we stop and say, throw our arms up in the air and say, I'm not going to do this? Or do we become super critical? Or do we become super critical of others? Not only critical of ourselves, but critical of others. So expect Sunday to, again, it's necessary to clear the air, to understand how we're sabotaging ourselves. So if you take the energy of the Four of Pentacles, look honestly at how you want to shut yourself down, you'll have a clue, not just you, but me too, will have a clue about all of those thoughts and negativity that we have had in the past that shut ourselves down. Don't forget, we then can grab them, look at them honestly, and decide how we're going to use them. Are we going to set them aside and say, well, that doesn't happen in my life anymore? We're going to look at them and heal from them and allow ourselves to move on from it? Or are we going to let those beliefs crush us and stop us from realizing a dream? All of those options are valid, simply because, don't forget, my friends, this is your journey, this is my journey. Nobody is here to say that you are right or wrong. And if it's the Four of Pentacles stops you in your tracks, then that's necessary to stop in your tracks. If you want to use it to get over self-sabotage and say, hey, I'm better than this, great. If you want to use it to say, oh, I'm a little bit envious or jealous of that person over there, I like to use that type of thoughts or energy of jealousy or envy to say, that's actually where I want to be. So I use that as an incentive to get to where I want to be. Rather than tearing somebody else down, I use it to build myself up and say, oh, that's where I need to build some strengths. Okay, now let's have a look at the roundup of the week. We've had 3 Fools in the mix. So I like to think that we started the week strong about choices, about how we think about things for ourselves. We start the week strong. That it is, we decide for ourselves how we want to move forward. We have the Fool in the mix there to say, it is our journey. It is no one else's journey. So we get to choose, we get to pick how we move forward. I want to emphasize there are no incorrect or wrong or negative choices here. It is a reminder that it's our journey and our choice, and how our energy that goes into the decision-making process, and how we conduct ourselves this week. The Page is in the mix there because you know what we're like. I know what I'm like. All of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I've made a decision about something. I have to fix this up. I have to do that right. I have to learn this. I have to, get rid of that. I have to heal this. All the mind stuff that goes on. It's just fluff. So it's a reminder to bring us back down to earth and say, okay, I don't really have to worry about any of those things, because the Fool comes in again the next day and brings us back down to earth and think, right, back on track. Now don't forget, Sunday is a self-sabotage day. Okay, it's a really great opportunity to pull out those beliefs that we know hold us back. Be honest. On Sunday we can be honest about how awful we are to ourselves and how awful we can be about picking on other people, or being self-critical, critical of others. Use that energy to help build ourselves up and decide how we want to move forward. Are we going to be helpful to ourselves, or are we going to continue to tear ourselves down? I know what I want to do. I want to use it to build myself up, my friends. That's how I'd like to use it. Okay, so that's the weekly forecast for week commencing May the 8th, 2023. My name's Vicki Haspels. I'm the Conscious Mystic. Before I sign off, this week I'm going to do a couple of extras for the weekly forecast. On Wednesday I'm going to do a little 5-minute let's boost ourselves for the week using the cards. I'm going to use my soul life tools and to give us some practical help and energy help to act. And on Friday I'm going to do a little healing to heal the energy of the week and help lift all of that kerfuffle and negativity from that. So anyway, look out for that. They'll be either live or pre-recorded on this YouTube channel. Anyway, thank you for joining. My name's Vicki Haspels. This is the weekly forecast for week commencing May the 8th, 2023. Much love from me. See you next week. Bye. See you guys next week with love from me. Mwah.